wanna be king in your story. I wanna know who you are. I want your heart to be.
I'm Keona Hiram, and I teach social studies here at Northwest. Glad to be a Mountie.
Run in the dark. That's all that love ever taught me. Oh,
Black history means it's just history, not black history. I think it's important. That's one of the reasons why I got into teaching history in the first place.
Black history to me just was a way to highlight accomplishments.
And to be honest, back when I was younger, black history really didn't mean anything to me because I really didn't know anything about African American history, so it didn't excite me because I really didn't know anything about it, and it really wasn't taught in my school.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Anspaugh, and I am one of the assistant principals here at the high school.
remember you shivered and shone. I'll never forget what you looked like on that night.
So when I think about Black History now, again, my mind goes straight to Black History Month because, again, it's something that by tradition schools have always celebrated. I also start to think about how far we've come, but also how much more work we have to do around social injustice.
I think as I've grown up and gotten this job and moved to obviously a bigger town, I can tell that it's much more than that, and it's something to be celebrated, but for us also to realize that there are a lot of things that haven't been solved and need to be addressed.
Well, Black history right now in my professional career is a very integral part of what we do on a daily basis. We have a lot to learn and a lot to experience when it comes to Black history.
Black history to me is a whole lot more. I think for me Black history is the struggle, the oppression, what African Americans have had to go to just to achieve some form of equality.
When I think of it now, man, I get excited when that month comes. I think it's a major deal, and I wish more people thought it was a major deal because the more we learn about African American history, which is American history, the more we come together.
Well, I know that I let it down.
I hope that Black history in the future is not limited to a month, a year where we talk and focus about the inequities and major concepts that need to be discussed.
A reason to not have Black history anymore. I think that's something we should all shoot for, is when we pay attention to those around us and their differences, their uniqueness, that can bind us to what's the same about us at the same time. So I'm hoping that someday we'll get to a point where we don't need to have any special recognition months or holidays because it just becomes part of our fabric. That's why.
And make it part of our everyday lives, and finding that hope and this word right here, love for all, is really what it's going to take. Because oftentimes I know Mr. Hardrick and I have conversations about loving thy neighbor. No matter if you agree to disagree, you should always love your neighbor. And so that's really where I hope where Black history becomes our future.
Well, I hope it becomes a daily thing. I hope it's not just a month, that we're just celebrating all humanity, that we become accepting of all, we become more equal. And again, it's an opportunity to provide healing for a lot of us from our ancestors who were a part of this history and decision-making process, and for those families that were on the other side. I just hope we continue to become one. We continue to learn from each other, grow stronger, and become more unified.
Day's gonna come. I just want the devil to hate me. Oh,
Change. Segregation.
Freedom.
Racism.
Rights. Prejudice.
Justice.
Civil. Unity.
Revolt.
oh, dear resides in those eyes. You got that power over me.